challenges that face governments. One, improving public service, increasing public integrity, more effectively managing public resources, creating safer communities, and improving corporate or increasing corporate accountability. Open data aims to institutionalize good governance by liberating government data and sharing this to the public in open formats, so that government data which used to be undisclosed or in closed formats such as PDF or JPEG files would now be usable, searchable, and accessible online. In November last year, when Typhoon Haiyan struck the country, our task force had been focused on launching data.gov.ph, the main portal of Open Data Philippines. But in the typhoon's immediate aftermath, President Aquino instructed our team to focus on the urgent issue of aid transparency. So a separate task force composed of representatives from 12 different cabinet departments and agencies developed a new website called the Foreign Aid Transparency Hub, or FAITH. Launched 10 days after the typhoon struck, FAITH is an online portal of information on calamity aid pledged or given by countries and intergovernmental organizations. We invite you to visit our website, www.gov.ph/faith. The first version of FAITH involved several steps in verifying and updating data. The donor embassy would first issue a note verbal stating their pledge to the Department of Foreign Affairs, which would then be passed on to the task force. The data would be cleaned and double-checked, then finally uploaded by members of the task force who alone had access to the system. In order to engage donor countries to participate in aid transparency, we launched FAITH version 2 last April 30. One of the improvements we made was to give the 64 donor countries and the 7 multilateral organizations access to the site's content management system. We provided each embassy and organization a unique account username and password, so that now they are able to input or update their cash and non-cash pledges as soon as they send out the note verbal, resulting in a more timely reflection of aid on the website. Other improvements in FAITH version 2 include the addition of non-governmental organizations in reflected sources of foreign aid. Embassies and agencies can now input donations from non-governmental organizations in their countries, alongside those from national governments or bilateral and multilateral organizations, as long as these are reflected in the note verbal. In addition, the site now features added visualizations such as graphs and charts to help visitors understand the data. As of today, foreign governments and organizations have pledged a total of more than 34 billion pesos in cash and non-cash aid. Of this, almost 15 billion pesos has been received by the government. Again, we extend our sincerest thanks to all of you who have so generously donated to our country after Typhoon Haiyan. We remain deeply grateful for your overwhelming support in the face of rebuilding after such a calamity. In order to accurately reflect the total amount of received aid, we also intend to provide in greater detail the usage of these donations. As such, we are now collating data from the Department of Health, the Department of Social Welfare and Development, Office of Civil Defense, and Commission on Filipino Overseas. We plan to post updates of this information on a regular basis. Apart from ensuring transparency in government distribution of aid, FAITH also serves as a call to foreign donors to uphold their commitments to the Philippines. As we affirm time and again in our words and actions, as well as through conferences like this, combating climate change involves not just individual countries or neighbors, but the whole international community in a united effort to build back better communities. Through FAITH, we hope to set a model for aid transparency, not only reflecting aid received by the donor country, but also reflecting the usage of the amount received by NGOs and multilateral agencies in their relief and rehabilitation efforts. With technology, we have the ability to promote aid transparency and accountability in disaster risk reduction and management. Through FAITH, by opening up government information on foreign aid, we continue to live by our campaign promise of treading the straight path. FAITH is a work in progress and is by no means perfect, but we continue to improve the website with the aim of showing that every peso pledged to the Philippines is a pledge that will be honored and carried out in good faith. In doing so, we reaffirm our commitment to our people, that through these vulnerable times, we stand by them and work tirelessly toward building up the resilience of our nation. Maraming salamat po.
Yes, may we now call, thank you, Secretary Lacierda. May we now call on our friend, the Vice Minister of the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development in Vietnam, to talk about ensuring resilience and sustainability of the agricultural sector in disasters.
Thưa các vị đại biểu chủ nhà Philippines, thưa toàn thể các vị đại biểu, tôi rất là vinh dự được mời tham dự và phát biểu tại hội nghị ASEM về quản lý rủi ro thiên tai. Trước tiên thì chúng tôi chia sẻ với những tổn thất mà người dân và chính phủ Philippines đã phải gánh chịu do bão Haiyan gây ra. Thực tế đã chứng kiến tại Taloban cho thấy sự tàn phá của thiên nhiên là vô cùng khốc liệt.